Shah sir. Shah sir is always welcome, sir. Happy Teachers Day to all of you. Shah sir is always motivate GEC Bharuch Chemical Department to organize different activities and different programs. Today we are celebrating the Teachers Day. On this Teachers Day occasions, we have virtually invited Shah sir. So I heartily welcome Shah sir, and I'm not taking too much time. So I welcome you, sir, and you proceed for the your expert talk. Thank you, sir.
Ninaji, you are on mute. It seems. You are on mute.
Sorry, sir. Yes. Sir, thank you for accepting our invitation and being with us today. Before starting the expert talk, let me introduce sir. Shri Shah sir is chemical engineer, topped the list of successful candidates from Gujarat University in 1982. He is also fellow member of Institute of Cost and Management Accounts of India, fellow member of Institution of Engineers, life member of Indian Institute of Chemical Engineers, life member of Southern Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industries, life member of Indian Nuclear Society, and many more to his credit. Sir is also certified energy auditor. Sir is providing honorary service as the chairman of Industry 4.0 Committee of SGCCI since 2018. He is member of IIChE Process Safety, Energy and Environment Committee since 2018. Member of SGCCI Industrial Safety and Security Committee since 2020. Member of SGCCI Energy Committee since 2019. And he is also jury member for many national and international events. He was Senior Vice President, Head Technical Energy QC at Reliance Industries Limited, having experience of 35 years in petrochemical industries as team leader. He has done many activities in development of Hazira unit. There are many new projects, cost reduction, value addition, and productivity as well as quality improvement. Sir got several awards in energy management, sustainability product development, and quality management for Hazira division. From May 2018, Sir is practicing as sustainability and management consultant to chemical, hydrocarbon, and polymer industries at Innovate Protech Solutions. His area of expertise are energy and water management, risk assessment, process safety management, petrochemical technology, and process engineering. With these words, now I would like to request Sir for the expert talk. Sir, please. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Nainaji, for nice introduction.
Thank you, sir.
Professor Dr. VAGHELA and Dr. Nainaji, and all other professors and teachers who guided us, supported us, teach us, as well as inspire us. Because today I am talking to many teachers, so my best wishes to you and my pranam to all the teachers on this forum. As Dr. VAGHELA and Dr. Nainaji said, teachers are normally like a candle, and they burn to light the path of the student of your life. So this day is being celebrated at GEC Bharuch I remember my days of my school where we used to celebrate the Teachers' Day, and we used to give some lectures as a teacher in the college, in the school, and to learn their skill and demonstrate that yes, the job of teacher is very difficult but inspiring. And when I joined the college, like LD College of Engineering, Gujarat University, perhaps we forgot all those teachers' days, and we were all joined to this study only. But yes, we are the seeds which were planted during school days, perhaps it worked very well, and we used to respect our teachers at the time of our college days also. But when I joined industry for initial years, again the teachers' days were not celebrated. But I am since last almost 20 years, many of the industries they celebrate the teachers' days like us. We also celebrated teachers' days on 5th of September, and we used to felicitate the in-house faculty who teaches the various engineers, incoming engineers, as well as the experienced engineers through our learning center. And all of them were felicitated either by book or by some other means, just to recognize their services. So my first of all compliments for this GEC Bharuch, its management, Dr. Vaghela, Dr. Mainaji, for organizing this Teachers' Day celebration at the college level also, and inspiring students and understand the importance of the teachers in their life. They are not only teacher, they are mentor, they are guide, they will show the path how to improve your life as well as the career. And that is the reason perhaps they are arranging this session, inviting me. And as we discussed, the way forward to prepare yourself for industry is a very important subject for the students. It's my pleasure to give this type of session to all of you. Although I am not here to lecture you or to give you like lot of suggestions so that you become a successful industrial people, it is you who have to make yourself or you have to prepare yourself so that you uh, join the industry, whether engineering or manufacturing or maybe R&D. There are several options, not only these type of technical, other options like marketing and other things. Okay, so you have to recognize yourself and make yourself capable for acceptance to the industry. So let me show you some presentation. In fact, I have prepared this presentation only in pictures and with some statement. So it will picture shows what I want to tell you. So that will make it more clear rather than the words. So let me share it. Okay. Are you able to see my presentation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll so the subject is prepare yourself for the industry, and it is the most relevant topic on the Teachers' Day celebration. And once again, my compliment to your college for taking up this type of subject on the Teachers' Day for the student, so that student can also prepare themselves for industry. You know, uh, we normally say in the college that you are trained in the college, but after going to industry, nobody can train anybody. Everybody has to learn. So this is a session where you have to learn how you prepare yourself for the industry, and then how can you make yourself competent for the industry so that you are accepted and grow very fast. So number one, you must have certain core belief, and to me there are 6 core beliefs which will make you successful for the industry, and I'll tell you how to do it. So number one is think. All of you must be knowing all these words, but number one is think out of the box. So if you think out of the box, if you can make your path or career path different as compared to the rest of the people, if your suggestion, your approach is out of the box, then perhaps you can be acceptable in the industry. How do you think out of the box? So it is not say whatever outcome comes is from your perception and from your previous life, and then you can give some suggestion or some think of something about your career. But nowadays, a lot of other techniques and tools are available, like Edward de Bono lateral thinking, Edward de Bono six thinking hat. There are few tools are available on the parallel thinking. Perhaps if you are exposed to such type of tools, and your thinking process will come out from the perception, and you will have the better suggestion or better thinking about your life. Number two is identify the opportunity and work out the sound strategy to grasp them. What is the identification of the opportunity? Say, you are almost 20 years old, right? So you know what the areas you are interested. My opinion, if you work in the area of your interest, if you work in the area of your passion, irrespective of what degree you get, perhaps the chances of success is very good. And if even if your domain is different, domain is X, and if you are interested in some other area, perhaps you have to find out how you can apply your domain knowledge to that area, and then identify the opportunity and take over. Number three is a dare to dream, dare to be different. Every individual is a different. It is not like I can work or I can live the life of XYZ person. Everyone have to live their own life. So you have to think about your career, your life differently based on your passion, and then try to find out how differently you can make your path or your career path. Fourth is the think about all the options. So like you if you are interested in I have seen most of the students nowadays wants to go to the design or IT, because it's a easy job, 9 to 5 job. People can work from the from the office. I have seen people are not going to manufacturing because it's a difficult job. But if your passion is different, if you're if you are more interested to become a leader, or more interested to have some people's uh, approach and other things, so you think all those options, find out what is your passion, and then decide where do you want to go. Not like if your peers have decided to go to the IT section or IT sector, or your peer have decided to go to engineering sector, or your peer have decided to go to manufacturing sector, it will be suitable for you. You have to introspect yourself. You have to think about all the options, and then try to find out what is best for you, and then develop the strategy. Number five is what is good for India is good for you. You have to believe that if anything is good for India is good for you, and then only you can contribute to the success of yourself as well as success of the nation. Uh, so, and the sixth belief, what I understand, that is a vision and the motivation to you. So if you work for your passion, if you find out how you can be a different in that passion, you think of all the options, and you find out whatever you are thinking of can help the India. So what is there? So, uh, so during this period, perhaps you may have to see how these successful people have grown in their life. Nobody can grow directly. Everybody has ups and downs in their life. So you try to find out from the successful people, try to find out how they have gone up from the failures. Failure is inevitable. Everybody's life, there is some or other time some failure. So how they are overcoming the failure. You find out your vision, you find out your motivation, and then you will be, I'm sure that you will be able to do the extraordinary thing in your life. So these are the core belief, what I believe every student or every individual should have in their life so that they can do some extraordinary thing in their life. So let us go to the graduate engineer trainees, because you will be joining the industry. Okay. So you will be joining either as a graduate engineer training or management trainee or whatever it is. Your university offer you the degree course. So this degree course is not the uh, overall skill what you are getting, like chemical or mechanical or instrumentation, other thing. It should also have the ability of effective interpersonal skill and a broad understanding of social and ethical responsibilities. So once you have got the bunch of the such type of quality within you, perhaps you will be able to um, succeed whatever industry you are joining. So think about it. It is not only your whatever you are taught in the school, but you have to work on your social and ethical responsibility also. So for that purpose, I have defined 14 elements. So 14 elements will tell you what you should do to prepare yourself for the industry. The number one is the in-depth knowledge of in the field of study. When you are thinking about your knowledge, so uh, each each slide will have some pictures so that you will know that what need to be done. So what is that knowledge? It is not only technical competence. If you are extraordinarily doing the engineering exam, that is not enough. But how do you apply your knowledge for the practical purpose? That is more important. How do you what are the future requirements where you can apply your knowledge? That you have to find out, and then you can try to apply to that thing. What is your some of the core skills can be analytical skill which you may not have learned in the college. Some of the core skill are some of the design requirement perhaps you might be learning in the college, but we will see in the next element the design requirement what you should do. Next one is the understanding the principle of sustainable design and development. As you know, you must know that nowadays a lot of work is done on the climate change and mitigation, and a lot of work is done so that the global warming doesn't take place. So whatever design principle you apply, you have to find out what is the impact on the climate change. If the impact on the climate change you can reduce by your design principle, perhaps you are the winner. So what you can do is it is not only whatever you learn in your college. Perhaps you have to accept these some R&D principle as well as some of the R&D methods also, like design of experiments and other things, and then to try to find out how you can apply your knowledge and skills to this design of the various things for the sustainable development or sustainable design. The third element, what I have found out, that you should have the capability to investigation of the complex problem. So why I'm putting this thing, suppose if you do not have this type of opportunity within your college, you can think over it and try to find out if some short courses are available for investigation or the failure analysis or root cause analysis. Perhaps you can do it. It is not it is not possible to learn everything within 1 or 2 days. But yes, you must know the principle of the investigation, failure analysis, and root cause analysis, so that it is applicable when you go to the industry. The fourth is the usage of modern tools. I think all of you know what is to be done uh, for modern use of the modern tools. Perhaps I understand that you are doing simulation of equipment, heat exchangers in the DWC, but there are so many tools are available in the market, and actually, even if you cannot use it right now, you must have the basic knowledge that what these tools can do for you, and how you can make use for your passion as well as your interest. The fourth is a problem analysis. You see, industry is a full of problems. It is not a very easy thing. Every day when you go to the job, you will find some different problem. It is your skill, how quickly, how immediately you can identify the problem, carry out the analysis of the problem, and work out the action plan so that your efforts are reduced. In that problem analysis is not only you have to apply your knowledge, you have to apply your skill, and you have to take the do the collaboration with the other knowledgeable people also when you carry out this analysis. It may not be only depending on your skill, it may be depending on several other people's skill, because everyone has got a different skill. So you have to find out how you can collaborate with the people for the problem analysis. The most important aspect to prepare yourself is effective communication skill. It starts with the interview. You know, how do you communicate in your interview is the most important thing. Your again, that communication ability can be for professional, personal, or technical communication. It can be written, oral, or maybe uh, your body language also can be used as a communication. You have to focus what type of communication skill you have, what type of communication skill you lack, and try to build upon it, try to strengthen your communication skill. Perhaps one of the option available to you, perhaps your college is organizing, that is a various uh, group discussion or the various competition where you can apply your knowledge and improve your skill. Because ultimately you have to work with the multicultural environment. It is not right now in the college, all of you might be Gujarati people, but when you go to industry, there are multicultural, multidisciplinary people. Perhaps in your college, you might be working with your chemical engineering student only, but when you go to the industry, you may have to work with the mechanical, instrumentation, electrical, safety, what more. I'll try to put those skills at a later stage. But effective communication skill is very important thing for you to get accepted within the industry. So perhaps few people feel that such type of thing, ethical responsibility or professional responsibilities are all say in the book. It is not in the practice. But every individual have to have the commitment to professional and ethical responsibilities. Once you become, because you see, that is not taught in the school and colleges. That is what is required in the industry. And when you go to the private industry, it is a more important that your professional and ethical responsibility you know, and then try to function according to that. So I would like to ask some of you at a later stage, what is your professional and ethical responsibilities, and we'll keep some discussion on that. Other aspect is the engineer and society. You once what I understand from the college, they become engineers, so they feel that they are above society, but it is not like that. you have to understand the societal values of the and some legal values, cultural values of the society, and uh, try to help support the society. You know, during startup, nowadays a lot of thing has been told for the startup, and the government is also promoting startup to large extent. All of you must be knowing 75,000 number of the startup companies in 7 to 8 years. So what they are doing, you know, what startup is doing, they are identifying some or other problem of the society, work upon it and bring the solution. So engineer have to understand the societal requirement and then try to find out what can be done so that they can help the society. Now I'll tell you the one of the most, say, these are all the attribute for the engineers, but some of the requirement which they know, like safety. I hope you have got some elective subject on the safety, and you might be understanding the safety in your say, the curriculum. So what is safety? Can anyone tell me? Let me ask you the question. Let us keep it in some interactive session. What is the safety by all of you? Can anyone respond? Maybe professor can also respond. Yes. Any the courageous person who can respond? What do they mean by safety? I have shown you the diagram on this picture. Various diagram like helmet. I have shown you some training. I have shown you some equipment for fire extinguisher. I have shown you something uh, Swiss model where initiating event or hazard is shown and ultimate consequence uh, uh, of this any event has been shown, and there are several barriers have been shown. So safety is nothing but the various barriers. It starts with the engineering and control barriers. That is with the safer design or isolation of the hazard. It can be the administrative control, like you use the PP, like you use some procedures or some job safety analysis or management of change, safe work practices. These are all the administrative controls. Again, that is a protective safeguard. Third is a behavioral control. You have to train yourself. You have to use the personal protective equipment so that the last line of defense is taken care of and you do not meet with an accident. If you fail, then the incident occurs. And when the incident occurs, you should be prepared for the post-incident mitigation, like emergency response plan and fire suppression or workplace safety, so that your hazards of the any incident is reduced, minimized, and your business is not impacted. So the safety can be divided into these four categories, and these four categories can be prevention and safety promotion, compliance for the industrial workplace, accident and emergency response, sometimes personal protective equipment, safe work practices. You must know what are the chemicals and hazardous material you are handling and what are the workplace hazard. As soon as you enter into any industry, you must know what is the workplace hazard so that you can take appropriate action when the time comes. So the next aspect is environment and sustainability. You know, nowadays most of us are all working for the climate change mitigation. You must have heard about the COP25, COP26, Glasgow, Paris Agreement, some global warming. These are all the buzzwords. And these buzzwords are for preventing the global warming. and it is said that if you cross the global warming by 1.5 degrees centigrade, perhaps it will not be reversible. And that is the reason, and we already crossed 1.1 degrees centigrade. So you must know these principles. So whenever you go to the industry or you go to any of your workplace, you can apply your knowledge so that your output is meeting your safe and environment say, requirement of the sustainability. Most important aspect is the teamwork. As the picture shows, what is teamwork? Together we can achieve more. So what is teamwork? You have to make sure that the person who is lagging is also handholded and improved. So teamwork is nothing but in the college, all of you are doing some individual work, starting from the individual exam, individual study, individual project. Although some teamwork aspect is covered in some of the project aspects, where you have got the team, where you can prepare the project as a team, right? 3 to 4 people team. But that you have to change your aptitude and your approach from the individual work to the team work. Initially, the team of the same-minded people, and later on the team with the different-minded people. Because when you go to the industry, so you have to have some training aspect in the team, in building the team and collaborating with the people. And one more thing is required is the project management and finance. I did my cost accountancy just to fulfill this requirement, and it helped me a lot when I was working with Reliance. So this knowledge is also essential when you go to the industry, and unless you know the project management, it means how do you make sure that whatever has been designed is implemented as per the design in a minimum possible time and in the available finance. So that some knowledge is required for the each engineer, and if you have got this type of knowledge or some like I understand that you have got some subject like plant design and economics of Peter Timmerhouse. That also is sufficient for this type of work. So this is the principle. This is the attribute you should have. Now I'll show you some of the area of the cross-functional knowledge. Chemical engineer can learn only chemical engineering and deliver only chemical engineering is not the requirement of industry. If you do not learn about other aspects, other branches, perhaps you'll not be able to deliver. That is what my experience in the various industries, that people have to be master of one, but they must know the rest of others. I don't say it is a jack of all, but I can say that they must know how these other branches are uh, formed, or what are the various aspects they should know about the other branches. I have listed out some of the areas of the other branches based on my experience, so that even if you are mechanical engineer or electrical engineer or instrumentation engineer, you ponder and find out how you can learn about the other branches. Because if you do not, and I don't say that you can learn within 1 or 2 months before you go for the job interview. You have to continuously learn about the other branches. Cross-functional knowledge is required for delivering the best output. And ultimately, whoever is succeeding in their life, whoever is growing fast, they try to give the excellence or excellent results at every aspect. They may not achieve, but they are always trying for the excellent result. So some of the areas I have listed out, safety starts with me, that you must imbibe in yourself. And you must know about the statutory regulations, some work permit system. You must have some risk assessment knowledge also, emergency response also, and material handling. These are all the areas I have listed out, which is which should be known by each and every engineer when they go to the industry. Regarding chemical engineering, all of you know, I hope all of you are a chemical engineer. Am I right? Or it is a group of chemical, mechanical, instrumentation, and all other engineers?
No, sir. All are chemical engineers, sir.
All are chemical.
Pre-final and final year, sir.
Chemical engineer, you must be knowing, and pre-final and final year, you must be knowing that PFD, P&ID, various types of valves, tanks, thermodynamic, thermostatic, mechanical, venturi seal, and relief valves, centrifugal pump, heat exchangers, rotary compressors, cooling towers, HRSG turbine, injectors, thermocompressors, steam, water steam chemistry, corrosion fouling, insulation. Perhaps out of these, about 80% of the area you might be covering in your college curriculum, right? Or you are covering everything? Are you covering everything, or you got only 80% or 70%?
Sir, till final year, everything is covered. Final year, they have 8 semester in plant training and 7 sem summer internship, practical knowledge.
Okay, so you should. This is your skill. This is your skill, and these are areas you must know in detail. If it is not known, perhaps you will be lagging in some or other area when you join the industry. And most of the industry will have this type of equipment. Okay, but you are the chemical engineer, so you cannot overlook the other areas also. When you go to the industry for your final year project, please understand and try to find out various areas I have listed out based on my experience that you must learn, and try to find out what more you can get out of this. Like in the mechanical engineering, perhaps we do not learn the bearing and lubrication, but it is required. We may not learn about the various maintenance aspect of the fans, blowers, centrifugal pumps, some of the various equipment maintenance aspect. Hot tapping. Hot tapping, perhaps you may not have understood, but if you go to the industry, you will find now or then people are taking the hot tapping because they cannot stop. Yes. Condition-based maintenance and condition monitoring techniques, because ultimately you have to continuously operate the plant for years together. So your shutdown should depend on the condition monitoring techniques. Equipment codes and standards, perhaps it is a part of mechanical engineering, but it is very widely applicable to the chemical engineers also. Sometimes they are leading various type of corrosion and inspection requirements. So you must know what is the inspection entity and statutory requirement, like Factory Act, IBR Act, and all other things. Condition monitoring and machine protection, mechanical drives, basics of metallurgy and corrosion. Although we do not consider as a part of a chemical engineering curriculum, but this is essential because they are leading several corrosion teams. Selection of the gasket and fastener. Perhaps that is again depending on the chemical handle, is defined by the chemical engineer. Some of the mechanical seals basics also, because single mechanical seal, double mechanical seal, back-to-back seal, various type of tandem type of seal, where it is to be applied, where it is to be used, like inspection of the piping and pressure vessels, when it is to be done, how it is to be done in the operating vessels, whether NDT is to be done, or whether physical inspection is to be done, and if it is physical inspection in piping, how it is to be done. Welding and heat treatment, and the steam turbine. Steam turbine, perhaps we are not learning in chemical engineering. You may have to give a lot of weightage to these type of learning, because almost all the industries are using steam turbine to generate power or to generate energy. In electrical engineering, although electrical engineer may be learning this thing, But you start with overall power distribution or any uh, control room you go, there is a battery, there is a UPS, there is the emergency power distribution, how the emergency power distribution is there, and the motors, the type application and maintenance, transformer types application and maintenance, because these are not taught to the chemical engineers, but when you go to the field, you have to find out how it is working and what are the various aspects which can impact your reliable operation of the process plant. So earthing is the most important thing for the chemical engineering industry, because that it can avoid the static electricity, and static electricity can be the source of spark for any fire. You might have learned several such type of incident where, because of the poor earthing and the lightning in the air, perhaps it led to the fire. Cathodic protection, perhaps we do not learn in the chemical engineering, but it is also cathodic, not Catholic. Okay. Then generator, HVAC system, and the most important thing which chemical engineer have to learn is the electrical safety and hazard area classification. Because hazardous area classification is the purview of chemical engineer, because they only understand, they have to define whether it is a class 1, class 2, or class zone 1, zone 2, or zone safe zone. So that is where they have to learn themselves. Instrument engineering, perhaps many of the things we learn in the chemical engineering, like in one of a couple of subjects, but yes, it also requires very detailed knowledge about the instrumentation engineering for the chemical engineer, so that they can deliver themselves well. So my suggestion is that if you are not gone through any of the such type of cross-functional training, perhaps it is worth to prepare the team of the cross-functional engineers within the college, and make sure that, and give some problem to them, so that they can come out with some solution and use that cross-functional knowledge. So in summary, are you ready to give your thought on this slide? Yes or no? Whereas the people in the hall can also stand up and say, okay? So I explained to you all these 13 elements. 14 elements I will introduce right now. So in-depth knowledge of the field of study, design and development for sustainable manufacturing, conduct investigation of complex problem, modern tool usage, problem analysis, effective communication skill, understanding of domain and commitment of professional ethical responsibilities, engineer and society, safety, environment and sustainability, individual and teamwork, project management and finance, and cross-functional knowledge. So I need some of your response on these 13 elements. Can anyone tell me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
सर आपने ये बताया कि केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग का तो हम कवर कर लेते हैं कॉलेज के अंदर, लेकिन बाकी का मैकेनिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन ये सारा जो कवर करना होता है वो कैसे, मतलब कहाँ से सीखे, कैसे लर्न करें, क्योंकि हम 4 साल में सब केमिकल ही खत्म नहीं कर पाते हैं पूरी तरीके से। तो ये सारा जो आपने समरी दिया है उसमें से काफी सारे आ जाते हैं, सेफ्टी है, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स है, एथिक्स है, लेकिन काफी सारे फिर भी रह जाते हैं, जैसे इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन से ऐसा etc.
So there are two ways of doing it. Number one, you will be having the industrial project. You don't restrict yourself only to the chemical engineering requirement. You are given 6 months to learn. Okay, so try to find out in the cross. I don't say that you will be able to learn everything within 1 or 2 months. It is a lifelong journey, and you have to continuously learn about rest of the thing. But these are all requirement when you go to the industry. So number one is when you go for the project, focus on the cross-functional aspect also. Try to find out from the cross-functional team leader of that particular industry to know about instrumentation, safety, electrical and mechanical also. Second thing, what I already explained, that when you are given the project by the institute, you form the cross-functional team, not only by the chemical engineer, associate some of the, when you are given the project, then you select the project which can be, or which require the cross-functional or multifunctional requirement, and select some of the engineers from the other branch. Your college has got the uh, uh, various branches available, right? So maybe you can think of how you can create the atmosphere for cross breeding of your knowledge, so that you can solve the problem very effectively. So these are the two ways. And third way, the online, the on-the-job training that will happen when you join the industry. But at least you should have this type of at least learning and knowledge that yes, this chemical engineering only is not enough to succeed in your industry. You have to have the multifunctional knowledge in your life. Okay, Mr. Dovaria?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other reaction on these 13 elements? Even professor or teachers can also react. It is not only the program for students, so we only student need to react.
Sir, actually, there are 12 program outcomes. In that, engineering and society, project management, these things are covered. And ethics, effective communication skills, they are introduced as a primary subject in their curriculum also when they are in third semester. Indian Constitution also. So that is also they are studying the subject. GTU has introduced. So partly for core chemical engineering is starting, they do possess this kind of knowledge, and after that they are dealing with the core chemical from fifth semester onwards. They have IPDC subject also. Bhavin, can you tell about IPDC subject or 7th semester students? Darshan?
Yes, ma'am. Hello. IPDC subject. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, carry on.
Yes.
IPDC subject has introduced in fifth semester and sixth semester. And उसमें क्या होता है, इंटीग्रेटेड पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट कोर्स दैट इज रन बाय BAPS संस्था, स्वामीनारायण संस्था. तो आपको पता होगा कि जैसे ये एक बहुत बड़ा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है अपने आप में, वो भी वॉलंटियरिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. तो वो वॉलंटियरिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विदाउट हायरिंग एनीवन और विदाउट फायरिंग एनीवन, दे आर लीडिंग वेरी सच ए वंडरफुल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. सो उसमें से बहुत सारे लोगों के एग्जाम्पल्स उन्होंने एक कोर्स बनाया एग्जाम्पल्स लेकर के, और उसमें लीडरशिप, एथिकल जो हमारा नॉलेज है, मतलब हमारे एथिक्स है, वैल्यूज है, उसके ऊपर फिर बहुत सारी केस स्टडीज भी दी हुई है, बहुत सारे टीम वर्क की केस स्टडीज भी दी हुई है. तो ऐसा करके पूरा एक 1 ईयर का कोर्स बनाया है, जिसका 2 पार्ट में डिवाइडेड किया हुआ है. जो
ओके, वेरी गुड.
जितने भी सॉफ्ट स्किल है वो सारे कवर कर लेते हैं उसमें.
Excellent. So you are preparing yourself for your life and career. Okay.
Yes,
any other reaction? Okay. The last and most... Yes. Yes, Reena ji.
Yes.
No, no, continue, sir, please.
So the last and the most important, which perhaps I have seen in my life, that when people are coming from the industry, from the colleges, they forget. And that is perhaps you might be taught in your seminar and curriculum, and that is the gratitude. You have to learn how to show your gratitude from where you are learning and from where you are getting the support. So that is what you have to learn, and to to show your gratitude to the people is also an art. You cannot show the gratitude each and every time, and you cannot show it to each and every people. But when you really feel it is required, you have to demonstrate, you have to show, and that is what you must learn. Perhaps I don't think the people might be teaching you in any of your program, but this is what I believe, that when you want to join the industry and become successful in the industry, you must learn the art of gratitude. So this is what I wanted to tell to you. You are all young people, young workers, and you are the tomorrow's leader. Okay, so we'll keep about 10 minutes for the question answer before we complete this session.
Hello, sir. Interactive Bharuch.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
सर ये
Yeah,
मॉडल
tell me.
टूल्स में इंडस्ट्री में हेलो
Yes.
सर मॉडल टूल्स में अभी इंडस्ट्री में कौन कौन से मॉडल टूल्स यूज होते हैं सर जो शायद हमें पढ़ाने में नहीं आते?
It depends on in which area you want to work or in which area you are interested. That is what I explained to you. First, you find out the passion and then try to find out modern tools. So I was told that you already use the DWSIM. Okay, that is the beginning, and it is good you are learning the DWSIM. That is one of the tools for various simulation, open tools available to you. But there are several tools like ASPEN, HTRI, several other failure analysis tools, several other risk assessment or the hazard analysis tools available. Then there are few tools for the say like reliability as well as identification of the failure. And nowadays, perhaps if you see, the modern tools are not only the simulation tools. Okay, there are a lot has been talked about the machine learning and artificial intelligence and the data analytics and cloud computing. So these are all the tools. Perhaps you cannot learn everything within 1 or 2 years. Okay, I fully agree with you, but you have to prepare yourself for that type of tools available and try to use it in your various projects and various other location. So you decide what is your passion, and perhaps then you have to work towards finding out the modern tools available for that passion. Who has asked this question?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Any further question on this?
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, Bhausar, you are audible.
Yes, sir. My question is, what industry expect from the freshers like us?
First of all, when you go for the interview, your soft skill plays a very important role. Okay. So once you are clear about the soft skill, and if your interviewer is accepting you on the soft skill, means how you present yourself, how you interact with them, how polite you are, and how logically you give the response. That is important. And then comes to hard skill. Suppose if you say that you learned the distillation in your college, and if you say that you are interested in the distillation, that's some example I'm giving. So he will go into detail of the distillation. He will go in depth of the distillation, and then try to find out what in your area of interest, how depth you are going. So so when you are giving some response to the interviewer that yes, you are interested in XYZ area, be sure that you have enough knowledge, enough depth of the knowledge in that particular area, and then only respond to them. So two areas perhaps you can focus when you go for the interview, and clear those interviewer questions. Okay, Bhav sir?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Hello.
Yes, Darshan bhai. Yeah.
Sir, my question is, whenever there any fresher that can
Your voice is not clear.
Hello.
Your voice is not clear.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, my voice is audible now?
Yes.
Yes, sir. When a student sits in the off-campus, sir, means when he approaches for the off-campus placement, but the company doesn't take the freshers. So, sir, what are the ways to prepare for us so that we can get selected from the off-campus placement?
So that is what I explained to you in the first slide. That said, you find out your passion, find out the strategy, how you can break this barrier. I fully agree with you. This is always the area of concern, and there are several other opportunities available, like apprenticeship program by the government and other things. But those people, those program accept only few people. You are the large number of people. So you have to find out how you can make yourself. Suppose first of all you have to target yourself that you want to go to manufacturing uh, or the design or R&D and other things, and then prepare yourself. Perhaps what I am seeing, the direction is lagging. Where I used to take several interviews of the graduate engineer training as well as the experienced people, and I found that direction was lagging. So you find out your area of interest, your passion, and then you have to develop your strategy. How you can get through that. Perhaps higher study may help you, or maybe some different way of approaching it to the people. So there are several other ways. No one is unemployed. No engineer is unemployed over a time. But how do you make your strategy to get it through? I agree with you. Your dilemma is very, very correct. Industry doesn't accept inexperienced people, but industry accept the people for further training. Like when I used to take the people, we used to give them foundation course and general foundation course, technical foundation course. Maybe we used to spend about a couple of years after each engineer, but the all industry may not afford it. So that is the reason why they wanted to hire the experienced people. So you have to develop your skill in particular area, and then demonstrate your skill where the industry is required. Like suppose if you go for some safety skill, or you go for simulation skill, or you go for some design skill over and above your engineering curriculum, you have to stand yourself uh, different than rest of the people. Then perhaps your acceptability of to the industry uh, will will increase. Again, matchmaking. Like suppose some of the industry requires some of the people, some of the industry required other quality of the people. Try to find out where your qualification will be accepted. and then try to approach them. Hopefully, you will get success faster than what you normally get. Yes, Bhavsa?
No, message, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Got it, sir.
Yeah, Darshan Bhaiya. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yes, next one.
हेलो सर. यस सर.
Yeah, yeah, Bhavin.
एमएनसी मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज जो प्लेसमेंट के लिए आती है ना, वो बड़ी बड़ी कॉलेजेस में पहले प्रीफर करती है. एलडी है, डीपीयू, एमएसयू है. तो हमारे जीईसी जैसी कॉलेजेस में एमएनसीज आती नहीं है, तो उसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए, क्या पाथ होना चाहिए, हमको कैसे जॉब मिल सकती है डायरेक्ट कैंपस?
So, let me ask you, why do you want to go to MNC?
सर फॉर अगर हम हमारी स्टार्टिंग जो भी अच्छी कंपनी से एमएनसी से स्टार्ट करेंगे तो एक्सपीरियंस भी अच्छा रहेगा ना, हम ज्यादा सीख पाएंगे, लर्निंग अपॉर्चुनिटीज ज्यादा है.
Yes, but whatever is not coming, if you are trying, then you will not get. So you have to find out your strategy, how you can approach the companies, whoever coming to you, and get succeed. And then perhaps you, after some experience, you can go to MNC. Second thing, you go for higher study where the MNC is coming. Go select a college so that you can get through. You see, you cannot change the MNC to come to your institute because they also have their own policy. So you have to change. You go for higher study where MNC is coming, and then you can be accepted. Or you accept whoever is coming to your institute, and then try to find out what best you can do. Because I know MNC have got their own policy, and they go for some of the institute which are top level institute, because they feel they want the brightest people in their team. Okay, Bhavin? You may have to go
Sir,
for higher study, select the college where MNCs are going.
बट सर हायर काफी सारी कंपनीज जो है वो एमई से ज्यादा बीई वालों को ज्यादा प्रीफर करती है.
If you, okay, let me explain you. If you focus on problem, you will not find the solution. You focus on solution. So your target is to go to MNC, and with your right now you cannot go to MNC because those are not coming to your place. So find out the solution. Even if you're going on the it is not like that MNCs are not hiring from ME. MNCs are hiring doctorate also. So you have to think beyond. But there is no simple solution for every issues. Think of the solution. You will find the solution.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Anyone else? So I hand over to Naina ji. There is no other question.
Yes, yes, sir. Any question from audience or students?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Feel free to talk to sir. No question? Okay, then I think we are at the end of the session. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us. Sir has very well explained all the 13 basic rules which are needed by a fresh engineer when he or she proceeds to industry. They may be teamwork, engineer and society, individual and teamwork, project management, finance, environment and sustainability, and the most important is the gratitude. We should always express gratitude, express our wishes. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being with us and guiding and motivating our students. May I now request Professor Rana, Professor A.S. Rana, to post water.
Hello.
Rana, sir.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Joy sir, for giving your valuable time and very important guidance to our students on this important day, that is the Teachers' Day. Thank you very much. I also thankful to Naresh VAGHELA sir, HOD Chemical Engineering Department, for giving inspiration to celebrate Teachers' Day in such a way. I am also thankful to Mrs. Naina Tahil Ramani for arranging this Teachers' Day celebration in an offline and online mode both. So all can take the participate. And I am also thankful to our Piyush sir, Mangesh sir and other faculties for supporting in the celebration of this Teachers' Day. And last but not least, I also thankful to students without whom this celebration is not possible. So thank you students for listening all the whatever things said by our HOD sir, Naina madam, Joy sir, patiently, silently, and giving your support. Thank you to all of you. Thank you, ma'am. And with this, I hand over this mic to Naina madam for further.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rana, sir. Thank you for your words. Sir, now two of our students want to share their views. Mihir is from 7th semester and Bhavin is from semester 5. Mihir, can you share your views?
Yes. When my voice is audible. Hello. Hello. Yes, ma'am. When my voice is audible. Hello. 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 My voice is audible. Sir, सर इस शिक्षक दिवस पर सर कुछ शब्द प्रस्तुत करना चाहूंगा। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरु देवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। इस श्लोक का अर्थ है गुरु ही ब्रह्मा है, गुरु ही विष्णु है और गुरु ही भगवान है, गुरु ही साक्षात परब्रह्म है। आज इस शिक्षक दिवस के अवसर पर इस प्रांगण में उपस्थित सभी शिक्षक गणों, मातृशक्ति या युवा शक्ति मौजूद और जो इस सेशन में हमसे ऑफलाइन जुड़े हैं सभी को हार्दिक अभिनंदन देता हूं। हमारे प्यारे भारत में प्रत्येक वर्ष 5 सितंबर को शिक्षक दिवस मनाया जाता है और दूसरे राष्ट्रपति डॉक्टर सर्वपल्ली राधाकृष्णन जी का जन्म दिवस होता है। वे महान विद्वान, शिक्षावाद, शिक्षाविद, लेखक और आदर्श शिक्षक थे। डॉक्टर साहब ने स्वयं भी अपने जीवन के महत्वपूर्ण 40 साल शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में दिए और कई विद्यार्थियों को भविष्य के लिए तैयार किया। बाद में वे स्वतंत्र भारत के उपराष्ट्रपति और फिर राष्ट्रपति भी बने। डॉक्टर राधाकृष्णन जी का शिक्षा के प्रति रुझान देखते हुए उन्होंने जन्मदिन को ही भारत में शिक्षा दिवस घोषित किया गया। यहाँ उनके शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में दिए गए योगदान को देशवासियों के प्रति सबसे बड़ा सम्मान है। पूरे भारत के शिक्षकों के लिए मैं 2 लाइन प्रस्तुत करना चाहूंगा कि रोशनी बनकर आए आप हमारी जिंदगी में, ऐसे गुरुओं को मैं नमन करता हूँ। जमीन से आसमान तक पहुंचाने का जो रखते हैं हुनर, ऐसे शिक्षकों को मैं सत सत प्रणाम करता हूँ। महोदय, ऐसे तो शिक्षक सम्मान के लिए किसी दिन के मोहताज नहीं, फिर भी कई शिक्षकों का कार्य, उनका महत्वपूर्ण कार्यों को सम्मान देने के लिए ऐसे एक दिन घोषित किया जाता है जो हम शिक्षक दिवस के रूप में मनाते हैं। दोस्तों, समझदारी और समय दोनों एक साथ नहीं होते, दोनों अलग अलग चीज है। जब हमारे पास समय रहता है तो समझदारी नहीं होती, और जब समझदारी होती है तब हमारे पास समय नहीं रहता। इसीलिए एक शिक्षक का अपने शिष्य अथवा विद्यार्थी के जीवन में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका रहती है। जीवन में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका रहती है। इसलिए दोस्तों, हमें केवल एक दिन ही अपने शिक्षक को धन्यवाद नहीं, पूरे जीवन भर उनका ऋणी रहना चाहिए। बस अंत में दो और शब्द कहना चाहूंगा कि मैं लाइन खींचता था आड़ी टेढ़ी, आपने कलम चलाना सिखा दिया, और मेरे मन में ज्ञान का दीप जलाकर मेरी अज्ञानता के अंधकार को प्रकाशित कर दिया। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Mehi. Bhavin is with us, and Shivam, pass out student, has also joined. Shivam is on duty, so Bhavin, let him talk for a few minutes. Then Bhavin can share his views. Shivam, please. Shivam, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. सुनाई दे रहा है मेरा आवाज?
हाँ, सुनाई दे रहा है।
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, थैंक यू सो मच टू ऑल फैकल्टीज, आपने मुझे इनवाइट किया, और आज टीचर्स डे है तो मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि आपने मुझे इनवाइट किया है और जूनियर्स के एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करने के लिए बुलाया। पहले तो मैं सॉरी बोलना चाहता हूँ क्योंकि अभी ड्यूटी पे हूँ, तो शायद यहाँ इंडस्ट्री में बहुत नॉइज हो सकता है, तो अगर मेरा आवाज ना आ सके तो प्लीज मुझे बताना। और टीचर्स डे है तो पहले मेरे सभी जो टीचर्स है, 4 महीने से, वैसे तो 4 महीने हुए कॉलेज छोड़ के, लेकिन किसी से मिल नहीं पा रहा हूँ, तो थैंक यू सो मच कि आज आपने मुझे इस काबिल बनाया कि मैं कॉलेज के बाद भी अपना नॉलेज जो आपने दिया है वो इंडस्ट्री में वो नॉलेज सबसे साथ शेयर कर पा रहा हूँ और सबसे उसके आगे नॉलेज दे पा रहा हूँ। और जो अभी IIChE, मुझे कुछ IIChE के बारे में भी बोलना है कि IIChE की मेंबरशिप जो हमने ली थी कॉलेज के दौरान, तो उससे भी बहुत सारे बेनिफिट्स हुए थे मुझे फाइनल ईयर में। और जो कोरोना के टाइम पे जो सब वर्क ऑनलाइन हो रहा था, तो उससे इंटर्नशिप करने पे बहुत दिक्कत हो रही थी, तो सबसे ज्यादा मुझे जो बेनिफिट लगा वो तो इंटर्नशिप से था, जो IIChE ऑनलाइन इंटर्नशिप प्रोग्राम था, तो उससे बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प मिली। और बहुत डीप में जो इंडस्ट्रियल पर्सनालिटी है उन लोगों ने लेक्चर्स लिए थे, और इंडस्ट्री में एक्चुअल में क्या होता है, जो हम बुक्स में पढ़ते हैं वो तो बहुत अलग बात है, और इंडस्ट्री में पूरा सिनारियो ही अलग होता है। जैसे कि मैं अभी 2-2.5 महीने से ज्वाइन हूँ, तो बहुत ज्यादा चेंजेस होते हैं इंडस्ट्री में। और जो मेरे कॉलेज का एक्सपीरियंस है, तो कॉलेज के एक्सपीरियंस में ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि स्टार्टिंग के मुझे 2-2.5 साल ही मिल पाए कॉलेज में ऑफलाइन, और उसके बाद तो कोरोना की वजह से ऑनलाइन शेड्यूल था, लेकिन ऑफलाइन में भी बहुत सभी फैकल्टी ने, जैसे कि अभी राणा सर का मुझे सीन दिखा है, राणा सर ने बहुत सारी गाइडेंस दिया, और नैना मैम है, मंजित मैम है, मंगेश सर है, पीयूष सर है। थैंक यू सो मच टू ऑल। आपने जो जो बातें सिखाई थी, ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ पढ़ाई के वजह से, जो भी आपने मैनर्स मैनर्स है या फिर कोई भी आपने कम्युनिकेशन कैसे करना है, किसी भी प्लानिंग कैसे करनी है, कोई भी किसी भी चीज की, वो सभी ये इंडस्ट्री में बहुत ज्यादा एक्चुअल में काम आ रहा है। और आप सबसे जूनियर्स है, उन सबसे भी कहना चाहता हूँ कि ओवरऑल ये जो आपका, अगर शायद 7 सेमेस्टर के स्टूडेंट होंगे यहाँ पे, तो ओवरऑल ये फाइनल ईयर है, वो आपके सभी सब्जेक्ट कोर है। तो अभी तक तो जो भी सब्जेक्ट है 7 सेमेस्टर तक, वो सिर्फ बेस था उसका, केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग का। लेकिन जो यहाँ इंडस्ट्री में काम आ रहा है, वो बहुत पूरा जो पीईडी है, जैसे कि फिर अगर आप पेट्रोलियम इंडस्ट्री में है तो पीआरपीसी है, एमडीपी है, वो मेन सब्जेक्ट, वो सारे उसका नॉलेज आपको पूरा होना चाहिए। और आपको तो ये बेनिफिट है क्योंकि आप अभी ऑफलाइन कॉलेज स्टार्ट हो रही है, हाँ हो गई है, तो ये सभी सब्जेक्ट आप फैकल्टी से अच्छे से सीख सकते हो। तो पीईडी, डिजाइन सब्जेक्ट, वो सब बहुत पक्के करना, तो इंडस्ट्री में आपको किसी भी तरह की प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं होगी। हालांकि मुझे स्टार्टिंग से थोड़ी थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो रही है क्योंकि ऑनलाइन से पढ़ा हूँ मैं, लेकिन मैं अभी सीख रहा हूँ, धीरे धीरे वो भी हो जाएगा। थोड़ा बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, लेकिन आप मेरे जैसी गलती मत करना। और जो भी फाइनल सेमेस्टर 7 सेमेस्टर के सब्जेक्ट है, वो कंप्लीट रखना, अपना कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर रखना उसमें। हाँ, तो अब आखिर में तो बस थैंक यू, और बस थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Shivam, for sparing your valuable time and joining with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Bye.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you to all. Rana sir, thank you.
Okay. Bhavin is there?
Yes, ma'am.
Bhavin, you can join.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, am I completely audible?
Yes, 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 yes.
ओके तो आज टीचर्स डे है, और टीचर्स डे के ऊपर स्पीच देने का बहुत मेरा सौभाग्य रहता है कि हर बार मैं थोड़े बहुत अपने ओपिनियन शेयर कर सकता हूँ। तो सबसे पहले आप सबका थैंक यू वेरी मच कि नैना मैम जो ये पूरा ऑर्गेनाइज किया इवेंट, टीचर्स डे सेलिब्रेशन किया। फिर वाघेला सर, हमारे एचओडी सर, आपका भी खूब खूब थैंक यू वेरी मच। हमारे राणा सर, पीयूष सर, हमारे मंगेश सर, मिश्रा सर, आप सबका मैं दिल से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ। फिर आज के जो चीफ गेस्ट है हमारे, उनका भी उन्होंने बहुत सारी गाइडेंस दी हमें, जो कि हमें शायद नहीं मिल सकती थी कहीं से भी। तो आप मिस्टर जोई शाह सर, उसका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। टीचर्स डे के ऊपर अगर मैं कुछ बोलूं, तो सबसे पहले कि हम किसी भी चीज की वैल्यू कैसे डिफाइन करते हैं। मतलब अगर हमें किसी भी चीज की, हमारे पास कोई भी चीज है, ठीक है, तो उसकी इसको हम इवेल्युएट कैसे करते हैं, उसकी वैल्यू कैसे करते हैं, प्राइस टैग देख करके। मतलब हमारे पास जो कपड़े हैं, शूज है, मोबाइल फोन है, तो ये सारी चीज के ऊपर प्राइस टैग लिखा होता है कि 15,000 का फोन है, 20,000 का, 30,000 का। तो उस हिसाब से हम कहते हैं कि ये महंगा है, ये सस्ता है। ये हमारा इवेल्युएशन करने का पैरामीटर हो गया है, एक मेजरमेंट टूल। बट जिसके ऊपर प्राइस टैग नहीं लिखा होता है, उसको हम कैसे मेजरमेंट करते हैं। लेट सपोज कि हमारे पेरेंट्स, हमारे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स, रिलेटिव्स, चाचा चाची, हमारे फ्रेंड्स, तो इन सारी चीजों पे ऊपर प्राइस टैग लिखा नहीं होता, तो हम कैसे मेजरमेंट करते हैं। बाय इमोशंस, बाय कनेक्शंस, बाय रिलेशंस, कि हमारे उनके साथ कितने डीप रिलेशंस हैं, हमारी बॉन्डिंग कितनी स्ट्रांग है। हम जितनी रिस्पेक्ट हमारी पेरेंट्स की करते हैं, उतनी रिस्पेक्ट हमारे बाकी रिलेटिव्स की नहीं करते हैं, क्योंकि हमारे उतने अच्छे बॉन्ड्स बाकी किसी के साथ भी बनते नहीं है। लेकिन हाँ, फ्रेंड्स भी हमारे साथ रहते हैं, हमारे पेरेंट्स हमारे बचपन से हमारे साथ होते हैं, हमारे दादा दादी, हमारे रिलेटिव्स वो भी साथ में रहते हैं, लेकिन एक एक ही ऐसी अलग फैकल्टी है जो हमारे साथ कंटिन्यूअसली चेंज होती रहती है, लेकिन कुछ टाइम के लिए हम उनके साथ रहते हैं, जो है हमारे टीचर्स। टीचर्स के साथ मतलब हम जैसे स्कूलिंग में आते हैं, हम टीचर्स के साथ फर्स्ट टाइम इंट्रोड्यूस होते हैं, स्कूलिंग के बाद कॉलेजेस में आते हैं सेकेंड टाइम। लेकिन जब जब जैसे जैसे साल बीतता जाता है, हमारे टीचर्स चेंज होते जाते हैं, अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट, अलग अलग टीचर्स, और स्टूडेंट्स दोस्त तो वो ऐसे ही रहते हैं, लेकिन टीचर्स बदलते रहते हैं। बट एक ऐसी भी सच्चाई है कि हम जितना टाइम हमारे पेरेंट्स के साथ, जितना टाइम हमारे फ्रेंड्स के साथ बिताते हैं, स्पेंड करते हैं, उतना टाइम टीचर्स के साथ भी जाता है। अगर हम मेजरमेंट करें हमारी एकेडमिक्स के अंदर, तो हमारी एक तीसरी जो फैकल्टी हुई, और हाँ, हमारे इनर सर्कल सर्कल के अंदर, इनर सर्कल मीन्स हमारे पेरेंट्स, उसके बाद ही हमारे टीचर्स का स्थान दिया जाता है। उसके बाद फ्रेंड्स और रिलेटिव्स उसके बाद आते हैं, क्योंकि सबसे ज्यादा टाइम हमारे पेरेंट्स के बाद जो किसी का आता है, तो वो है टीचर्स हमारे। तो हम कैसे इवेल्युएट करेंगे कि वो हमारे टीचर्स की वैल्यूएशन कितनी है? तो एक सिंपल एग्जांपल है कि अगर किसी भी चीज की अगर आपको वैल्यूएशन करनी है, किसी भी चीज का अगर वैल्यू फाइंड करना है, तो उस चीज को हटा दो। मतलब अगर हमें एयर का वैल्यू कितना है वो जानना है, तो एयर को हटा दो, पता चल जाएगा कि वो कितनी वैल्यूएबल है हमारे लिए। अगर पानी का वैल्यू जानना है, तो पानी को हटा दो हमारी अर्थ में से, पता चल जाएगा कि कितना वैल्यू रखता है पानी हमारे लिए। उसके अलावा हम अभी प्राइस को देख करके ही वैल्यूएशन करते हैं, लेकिन जैसे अगर हम हमारी लाइफ में से उनको हटा देते हैं, तो बहुत सारी हमें पता चलेगा कि हम उनके ऊपर कितना डिपेंडेंट हैं। तो अगर टीचर्स को इस सोसाइटी से हटा दिया जाए, तो सोचिए कि क्या हालत होगी। अगर मैं थोड़ा आगे जाऊं बात करने में, कि सोचिए कि अगर छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज के गुरु जो समर्थ रामदास, जो उनके साथ नहीं होते, तो क्या शिवाजी तो होते, लेकिन वो छत्रपति नहीं होते। अगर अगर उससे भी आगे जाऊं, तो मैं अर्जुन अगर अर्जुन के गुरु जी जो द्रोणाचार्य आचार्य द्रोणाचार्य नहीं होते, तो अर्जुन तो होता, लेकिन वो समर्थ धनुर्धर नहीं होता। लोग तो होते, लेकिन वो जिस फील्ड में है उस फील्ड में नहीं होते। अगर आज के टाइम पे मैं बात करूं, जो हमारे फेवरेट एग्जांपल है कि सचिन तेंदुलकर, अगर रमाकांत आचरेकर जी नहीं होते, तो सचिन तेंदुलकर तो होता, लेकिन वो गॉड ऑफ क्रिकेट नहीं होता। लाइक वाइज कि अगर अब अच्छी अच्छी पोस्ट पे हमारे कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स, पास आउट स्टूडेंट्स है, वो लोग अगर जब मिलने आते हैं ना, कि मानो कि रिलायंस में कोई मैनेजर की पोस्ट पे है, और वो सर को मिलने आता है कॉलेज के अंदर, तो बहुत ही प्राउड मोमेंट होता है सर के लिए भी और स्टूडेंट के लिए भी एज वेल। क्योंकि स्टूडेंट सर की वजह से आज इतनी बड़ी पोस्ट पे है, और सर को भी ये मतलब हम फील कर सकते हैं। अभी तो हम स्टूडेंट हैं, हम पढ़ रहे हैं, सर हमें पढ़ा रहे हैं, तो सर कभी कभी एग्जाम्पल्स देते, तो हम फील कर सकते हैं कि उनको क्या प्राउड होता होगा अपने स्टूडेंट्स के ऊपर। और ये इतना नोबल जो एक प्रोफेशन है, इससे नोबल प्रोफेशन कोई है ही नहीं, जो कि डायरेक्टली ह्यूमंस को ट्रांसफॉर्म करने का काम करता है। ये प्रोफेशन, टीचर्स जो होते हैं, वो डायरेक्टली स्टूडेंट्स की लाइफ को चेंज करने में पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं, उनका बहुत बड़ा एक रोल होता है। अगर हमें एज ए ग्रेटिट्यूड, जैसे सर ने कहा कि ग्रेटिट्यूड हमें होना चाहिए बाय द हार्ट, अगर हमें ग्रेटिट्यूड देना है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रिटर्न गिफ्ट टू अवर टीचर्स, तो वो कैसे हो सकता है कि अपने आप को हम काबिल बनाएं, अपने आप के ऊपर ज्यादा से ज्यादा काम करें, ज्यादा से ज्यादा मेहनत करें, और अपने आप को एक ऐसा मुकाम पर ले जाए कि हाँ, अगर कहीं पर भी हमारा नाम आया ना, तो हमारे टीचर्स गर्व से अपनी सोसाइटी में कह सके कि देखो, ये हमारा स्टूडेंट है जो आज इतने बड़े काम कर रहा है, इतनी बड़ी पोजीशन पे है। उनको एक अलग ही मूवमेंट होता है, भले ही आपकी सालों से बात ना हो, लेकिन फिर भी उनको एक प्राउड होता है कि नहीं, ये मेरा स्टूडेंट है। तो ऐसा स्टूडेंट की ओर से हमें इतना एफर्ट्स करने होंगे कि हमारे टीचर्स, हमारे पेरेंट्स को तो होगा ही होगा, क्योंकि वो हमारे साथ ही रहने वाले हैं, लेकिन टीचर्स जो है उनको हम बदलते रहते हैं, छोड़ देते हैं एक टाइम के बाद, लेकिन उनके बगैर हमारी लाइफ काफी अधूरी रह जाती है। तो इतना बड़ा रोल होता है हमारे टीचर्स का हमारी लाइफ के ऊपर। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच, मुझे ये एक अपॉर्चुनिटी दी हम मेरे ओपिनियन शेयर करने के लिए। उसके लिए खूब खूब धन्यवाद, खूब खूब थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, Bhavin. Thank you very much. for sharing your views. Thank you all the students. We are
You're
very
welcome,
much
ma'am.
thankful to all of you for being with us. We are also learning lot many things from you people. We are blessed to have you as our students. Joy sir, I think we are at the end of the session. Thank you, sir. Thank you for guiding our students and make them ready for industry.
I am also thankful to Bhavin for his clear thought and Shivam for his gratitude to the teachers and learning from the whole life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, sir. We end the meeting over here. Thank you all.